Hey yo Hylians, my name is Ty Kalra, and you are watching Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Last time on our adventure, we went to Death Mountain to face the Gorons and their weird problem that they were having, only to discover that Darunia was being manipulated and controlled by some weird forces. This time, we'll be confronting the source of those forces in the Water Temple. Yeah, Ocarina of Time's Water Temple. And we have a new character to play as today, so what do you say we learn all about him in today's Weapon of the Day segment, Darunia's Hammer. Darunia's Hammer is a fire-type weapon that truly embodies the slow but strong archetype, having quite a lot of startup on his normal attacks, but having a sizable damage output to compensate. Starting with his normal attack string, it's alright. As I mentioned earlier, it's a little slow, but has some pretty good power and range. However, I would recommend cutting it short towards the end of the combo when Darunia starts to spin around with his hammer. At this point, the power ceases to justify the painfully slow startup of these last two moves, so it's just better to do literally any of his combos. By pressing heavy attack, Darunia will curl up into a ball and begin gathering enemies as he dashes forward. If any enemies are caught in this attack, he will slam in front of him with his palm for some pretty decent damage. While this move might seem really good at first, I find that for some reason it's never as effective as it looks. The roll never seems to go quite as far as you want it to. Overall, this move is just pretty forgettable. For his first combo, Darunia will slam his hammer into the ground in front of him before flipping it back behind him. This is a pretty decent launcher that's a bit of a double-edged sword. While the launcher is effective and the backwards hit gives it a bit more utility, it also slows Darunia down quite a bit, making it difficult to follow up on the launcher. It's not a bad move, it just doesn't always serve its intended purpose. Darunia's second combo is simply a butt slam in front of him. This is easily Darunia's fastest move, but also his weakest and smallest ranged. It's a decent burst option when you desperately need to get something out fast, but other than that, it's only alright. His third combo has Darunia slam one end of his hammer into the ground before bouncing on it, causing a pillar of flames to shoot out ahead of him. This is easily Darunia's best move, sporting high power, relatively fast speed, and some excellent range. This move is incredibly safe, incredibly spammable, and incredibly fun to use. Use this move as often as possible. His fourth combo is similar to his third in setup, but instead of releasing a pillar of fire, Darunia converts the ground in front of him into lava, stunning enemies caught in it. This is a pretty good move, and as mentioned earlier, can be used to stun enemies and captains with their shields down. However, it is significantly slower than his third combo and comes out after his third combo, which does lower its utility a bit. Finally, Darunia's fifth combo has him summon forth a massive fiery boulder and throw it out in front of him. This move has really good power and some decent range, but its speed is so outclassed by his third combo that it often doesn't matter. It's a good move that unfortunately won't really see much use. As you can see, Darunia is a fairly decent character, with no outright bad options. But one option that's simply better than every other option, making it the only real viable option. This leaves Darunia in a weird spot that makes him hard to rank. But in the end, I'd have to say that he's pretty middle of the road. He's fun and goofy, and is overall a pretty good time.
At the fairy's request, Impa had fought her way to the summit of Death Mountain to rescue Princess Rudo. There, she subdued the Goron chieftain, Darunia, who had temporarily lost his senses. Upon freeing Princess Rudo, however, Impa was shocked to learn the reason for the conflict between the Zora and Goron people. The ancient water temple was teeming with monsters that poured from the Gate of Souls. What's more, the monsters were apparently led by Princess Zelda herself. Hoping to make sense of this disturbing revelation, Impa and her newfound allies journeyed to Lake Hylia. When they arrived, they were greeted by a Zelda seemingly consumed by evil.
All right, here we go. So as you can see, most of the map is completely locked off. The Temple Face Keep is closed. The Cliffside Keep is closed. The Lakeside Keep is open, actually. We can't see most of what is on this map. But let's just go. Let's do it. I actually really like this song. I might be quiet in a minute to let you guys listen, but not at the moment because there's a little bit that happens here. So, this mission is a little bit weird right off the start. What we gotta do is we have to like jump down to get like a surprise attack sort of thing. It's weird. Like you get penalized if you don't do it that way. But it's not like a necessary thing. If you just rush straight towards, it's just a morale loss thing, but it's a little bit weird. But that is of course a reference to the waterfall dive minigame in Ocarina of Time. And Ruto needs assistance over by the outside. So many of you may recognize this area as this is not the Water Temple, but in fact, this is the Frozen Zora's Domain from Ocarina of Time. This map actually includes both areas. You can see this weird like purple line thing that separates them with this thin layer, or this thin area of like nothing. This is this purple line is the thing that emanated from the Gate of Souls to create this the new area. So they're kind of using that as a way to have all three or both areas together in one map. And I really actually love this map. This map is so much fun. Ruto needs our help though, so let's go and help her out. Perfect. I will say this is the first time that we actually, or I think it's the first time. Maybe we did it with Lana's, with one of Lana's weapons. But I think that this is the first time we actually have started with all of the characters' combos in a mission. I had all of Daruni. I was able to get all of Daruni's combos. We had enough materials for it, so you know it worked out. I have been unlocking more character combos as we've off camera as we've been going, because you know we haven't been. I haven't been showing that kind of thing, but as we've been collecting more materials and getting the required things to unlock those, then I have been getting combos as we've been going. Also, that was my alarm for Ring Fit Adventure. Whoops. I guess you can see what time I'm recording this, but so good morning, everybody. But I'll do that after. I'm getting work done. But so this is our objective right now. We just need to take this keep for one reason or another. Perfect. Gotten that taken care of. And I was just about to attack the Gorons because they were our enemies in the last mission. Impa is now playable, so let's go ahead and take control of her for a second. And I think I bought the rest of Impa's combos. Yeah, I think I did that. I mean, I'm still gonna just spam the one for the most part. Yeah, I totally bought the rest of Impa's combos. But is the Lizalfos that we need to go after. I'm gonna try and grab this keep real quick, though, because there's treasure afoot! I don't remember, I don't think this is... Maybe it is the heart piece. But I don't remember who this mission's heart piece is for. This might be one of the first times that we may not be able to grab them both purely based on my character choice, because I wanted to show off Darunia. I kind of didn't look for it at the beginning. Ow. So I don't actually know. We'll see. Because obviously different characters and the heart pieces are for specific characters. You can't just load one character up with all your heart pieces. But ow, I need to get out of there. Stop. I made a mistake and got too brash with what I was doing, but I thought he was doing his special attack, and What? I was not in that fire! Do not lie to me, game. Oh well. That's fine. It didn't let us play as Sheik, so we're not invincible, and that makes me sad, but... Oh, Gold Skulltula is here already. I think I remember where he is. I think Darunia is the closest one to him. I don't want you guys around here, but whatever. Yeah. I think he's... Yes. So he would be right behind this wall of vines in this little secret corridor. There are some locations that aren't actually marked on the map, just these little alcove areas, but they're not incredibly difficult to find, so... We gotta escort Rudo to the lakeside keep now. That's what I'm missing out on. One interesting thing about this map in particular is the lakeside keep. It is one of the very few keeps, I think it might actually even be the only keep, because it's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. It's the only keep that I can think of right now in the entire game that is not a perfect cube, or that's not a perfect square in shape. And you can kind of see that on the map. It is not a square. There's a little bit of actual geometry to this keep. I don't know why this is the only keep like that. Personally, I think it would be cool if there were more keeps that were like that. But, you know, it's just kind of interesting that's the one keep that is different like that. Anyways, Rudo is going to actually open up these floodgates down here and drain the lake, granting us access to the water temple. We'll go down there in a second. I want to grab this keep real quick, just, you know, for the good of the people and whatnot. But, yeah, so we can actually access the water temple. There's still a couple of areas that we don't have access to yet. It didn't drain everything, but we now can get in there. So the goal right now is just to get to the entrance, because we are looking for the Lens of Truth that the Hero of Time at one point left in the keep. Once again, a fun little reference to an item in Ocarina of Time. Or Ocarina, I don't know. So, okay, this is one weird thing. Is it Ocarina or Ocarina? Because I hear people say it both ways. I personally always said it as Ocarina when I was younger, but then I've had people correct me both ways. It's one of those weird things that I don't know if it has an answer. It's weird. So Rudo went ahead right there into the water temple to get the Lens of Truth. we cannot get to her right now because of the water. This kind of sets actually an interesting timer on you. You need to open. There are floodgates around in the water temple that we need to open up so that we can get Rudo out of there. No, I didn't quite get to him in time. Oh well. So we got to make sure that we get there quickly. You can't take too long on this, or Rudo will die. And if Rudo dies, she's a required character for this mission, so if Rudo dies, you fail instantly. So, we need to kind of work our way over to the back. That's where we're headed, is the back of the temple. It'll be in keeps that, you know, and the only keeps that we have access to right now are in the back, so. And there are now summoners. That's exciting. There is, one thing I will say about this mission is there is quite a variety in captains here. I keep having to switch my weapons around. But, you know. Yeah, so Rudo's... Oh, gosh. I'm gonna ignore you, actually. Because Rudo is in danger. And if we don't save her soon, she's going to die. And that's bad, so... Here's one of the floodgates. So... There's Beamos in here. What was I thinking about? I was gonna say something like about the map, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I've completely forgotten what I was gonna say. Oh well, it's probably fine. So that's the first one. That'll open up most of the area. Now we just have a couple of thin strips in the middle of the temple that will keep us from accessing Rudo. So what we got to do is head to the other side where the other floodgate is. There are of course the two floodgates. It doesn't matter which order you take them out in. You know, they're both open, easy access to, regardless of what direction you head first. I just always seem to go that way first for some reason. Oh, I did get him in time. Nice. Yeah, I just always seem to go that way first for some reason, but, you know, it doesn't matter either way. It's not super important, but let's... Oh! Shot him with an arrow. That's not how you do that. There we go. Yeah, so here's the other floodgate switch. They're, you know, both in the back corners, not incredibly difficult to find, so it's not like it's a big deal. And Impa's right next to one of the guys we need to fight, so... The assault troop over there, but I'm not too worried about that right now. Right now I'm just kind of focused on making sure Rudo doesn't die on us. So yeah, there's that gatekeeper right there that's keeping Rudo in place, and we gotta take him out. But he's just a normal troop. And there we go. Ruto is now safe and fully healed, so that's nice. Here's a fun little area thing in this map, is these little alcoves off to the side of this central key that just kind of exist. There. I didn't go close enough. I'm assuming this is our heart container. So we've gotten the skeletal of the heart container. We just need the heart piece now. I don't remember if the heart piece is for Impa or for Sheik. If it's for Impa, then we're great. Then we're golden. If it's for Sheik, then we cannot get it. Protect Sheik. What? She's fine. I don't know. She's still alive, so I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to what was happening over here, so she's still alive just fine. So it's like whatever. I don't care. Oh, gosh, I used the bad move on accident. Ah! Tried to use my force special and didn't have it ready. Alright, so there goes that one. Cool, I think both my warriors are at full magic now, which is good. We're gonna have Darunia. So we can actually go straight to Zelda now. There was that wall there that we needed the Lens of Truth in order to access. So we can go straight there, but we're not going to because we haven't gotten our heart piece yet. And I know where it is, I just need to see if it's something Impa needs to get or if something that... yeah, I need to remember if it's something we need for Impa or something we need for somebody else. Or for Sheik. I don't know what I'm talking about. Or maybe it's for Darunia. I don't actually know. I'm guessing it's for either Impa or Sheik, though. That kind of seems like it would make the most sense. But let's just take care of this guard troop. Basically, if there's a guard troop at any point, that's where your heart piece is. The guard troops protect the treasure where, you know, heart pieces and stuff. There's that. Let's see. Is it for... It's for Sheik. Gotcha. Yeah. It wouldn't... It would have been a red chest if one of our characters could open that up. But that was definitely for Sheik. But hey, now we know. And, you know, knowing is half the battle, right? Just gonna kill you real quick here, Mr. Lizalfos. Oh, thank you for putting yourself right up on the wall where it makes it easy to hit. Alright, let's go take care of Zelda now. And I guess there's a bunch of Poes in here for some reason. All of a sudden. Totally got him in time. Wow, that was cool. Goodbye. That worked out. That actually really worked out for us. I should really be spamming that move more because it's definitely Darunia's best attack. I shot him through the... Oh, nice. I was not targeting that Poe, but still positioned myself in a way that I was able to hit him. That's great. I love that. So, something is going to happen here in a second once we actually go in to face Zelda that I want to show. Or at least I think it'll happen when we go in to face Zelda here. So let's go and see. Hello. So Zelda's gonna do her thing. But you may notice there's some weird color going on here. It doesn't quite look right. So we do not want to kill her yet, and this is why. King Dodongo is a totally missable part of this mission. Oh gosh, messed that up. It's very easy to not even realize that he's in this mission. Because once you kill Zelda, that ends the mission. However, they do in the Ocarina of Time maps, King Dodongo has, as you can see, a unique skin that you don't get to see anywhere else. This is obviously an alternate model based on his appearance in Ocarina of Time. And I'm not gonna go through all the trouble of defeating him right here because you don't need to. You can, like I said, defeating Zelda is the end of the mission. But I just wanted to show off this skin because it's something that I almost feel like some people don't even know about this game. Purely because, you know, he just... It's a completely missable part of the experience. I'll probably, you know, once he gets back up, I'll head back and finish Zelda. But I just wanted to show this off because it's a cool little tidbit that I feel like a lot of people don't really know about. But anyways, we'll switch back to Darunia now and actually finish the mission the way. But yeah, they kind of put a big emphasis on King Dodongo, but I know I didn't notice that he was here for a little while, so. Anyway, just kind of plow through Zelda as fast as I can here, and I forgot to cut it off early. That's upsetting. If you don't cut off your Focus Spirit early, you will not get the free weak point gauge. So. I actually did this pretty good amount of damage. Usually specials can sometimes be a bit underwhelming for that situation. No, I don't have. I was gonna because you can use bottle potions. We've seen a little bit of potions before. They'll instantly give you one full special meter, but I didn't. I've been kind of purposely not getting those kinds of upgrades because I've been really focusing on getting combos. So, oh, is, however, this. That'll do it. Boosh. Yeah, I'm just kind of, I don't know, run out of things to talk about while I'm trying to take down Zelda here. Let's try and get a bit more of a crowd here so our special fills up a little bit. Perfect, perfect. That's actually exactly what I wanted. Sheik is outnumbered. Okay. I don't feel the need to focus on you at all because Zelda's just about defeated here. So, there we go. That's the end of the mission. So, weird. And there we have it. So, yeah, turns out Sheik was Zelda all along. Who would have seen that coming? Oh, and the new weapon is Sheik's level 2 weapon, the Typhoon Harp. That's actually pretty cool. Pretty good one. But, we did get our new illustration piece right there. Perfect. Not too shabby. Oh, that's right! I forgot about that! That unlocks now. I forgot that. I was planning on taking care of all those later, so I won't worry about that right now. But, yeah, so Linkle does, of course, have other missions. So Linkle's next mission is actually in Lake Hylia. But we'll go over that another time. Because next time on Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, we'll be seeing what Link is up to in Skyloft at the Land of the Sky. Or I guess in the Land of the Sky at Skyloft. I'll see you guys again real soon. But until then, I bid you all a sheepish farewell. Bye-bye, everybody.